we discuss the next literary device, that is pun. What is pun? It is just a fun. It's just a joke. It is otherwise called as the paronomasia. What is paronomasia? It is playing with words. It exploits the multiple meanings. The words which exploits multiple meanings or similar sounding words intended to have a humor or a rhetorical effect. That's a pun. You play with words. That's a pun. No other writer is better known for the best usage of puns than Shakespeare. Shakespeare has used a lot of puns in his lot of novels and plays. One such a very good example from his play is The Two Gentlemen of Verona. There he uses the word tide and tide. The two characters, what Shakespeare beautifully described the pun is the Launce and Panthino. Launce talks about the dog. He just complains about his own dog. And Panthino comes and tells him that to keep moving or he'll miss the boat. That is a pun where he uses the words tide and tide. What's a tide? The upcoming of the waves, the rising and falling of the waves is called as a tide. And this tide, of course, you tie something. The next very good example is from Lewis Carroll, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. There, the mouse says to Alice, mine is a long and a sad tale. He talks about the tale, which is a story, and of course, Alice replies that, yes, of course, you have a long tail. That's a pun which is beautifully described by Lewis Carroll. The next word or the next sentence, what we are going to see is stable. Stable. The horse is a stable animal. You talk about the determination, the firm animal. The animal is very firm. The horse lives in a stable. So that's the pun there. And you talk about the next word as cheese. Do you know the cheese factory was exploded in France and nothing was left over except the debris, except the cheese everywhere. So that's a pun. Then you talk about another word called the interest. The man was working in the bank. He used to have a lot of interest, but now he lost interest. So the word interest talks about the interest he had in his bank, and apart from that, he talks about the interest working in the bank. Then you talk about the word lab. All food must go to the lab for testing. Now here, the lab talks about the laboratory and the other lab talks about the Labrador, that's the dog. Maybe the dog seems to be very sheepish or it has a guilty look just because the food is inside the mouth. That's a pun which is beautifully described there. And you have another pun called as the soul. Korea has soul. Soul talks about the restaurant in Korea, and again it talks about the city, the capital of Korea. It's the Seoul, S-E-O-U-L, but you pronounce it as Seoul. So that's a pun where I have given you a lot of examples. I hope you would have enjoyed. Thank you for watching.